Hello everyone, welcome to our new video of Excel Basics. So our today's topic is how to use simple Excel formulas, and we will be learning about some formulas like sum, subtract, multiply, divide, power, average, and using symbols while we are using Excel formulas. Coming to our first example, here we have sales and expenses from January to May, and I want to check what's the profit we have earned during this period. So in this case, I want to subtract the expenses from the sales so I can get the profits. So what I can do, I will type equals. So first of all, y equals. So one thing we have to remember that if you are using any Excel formula, whether it is advanced level or it is basic level, it will always start with equals. So in this case, I type equals and I want to subtract B2 from uh, and B3 from B2, and in this case I will just type B2 subtract B3 and use tab button so I can come to the next right cell where I am working in. And this is the one method to use cell reference while we are using simple Excel formulas. And now another method is using the arrow keys. Like here, I will click up arrow key twice so I can come to cell number C2, and now subtract. One time click on arrow key, up arrow key, so I can come to C3 and use tab. So this was second method, and third method is just directly clicking on the cell that we want to select. Like I want to select on D2 in this time and subtract and D3 tab. So these are the ways you can use simple Excel formulas. So these were just for subtract, and if you want to sum or multiply or divide or use a power, uh, what about in that case? So in case of sum you can use plus button. In case of subtract, it will be better if I just write here, right? Yeah. Sum, subtract. For multiply you can use asterisk. For divide you can use slash. For power you can use this. So these are the symbols you can use for your normal Excel formulas, and we will be learning about th these formulas more when we will be working on more complex formulas. And in this case, I just want to check what's the total sum of sales or total sum of expenses and total sum of profit we have earned during this 5 months period. So what I can do here, I'll just select B2 plus C2 plus D2 plus E2 plus F2, and now click enter because I want to come to the lower cell from the cell I am working on. And now uh, it could be quite it is quite manual part for selecting each and every cell while you want to add these cells. So in this case you may want a shortcut, right? So what you can do, you can use a normal sum formula like this and then use open parentheses. So whenever you use any of these formulas with codes, you must start by open parentheses, and you have just started now. You have added that, and now what you can do, you must be selecting that range you want to select for getting the total of that particular range. So what you can do now, you can type that range like this, because I want to see what's the total of B3 to F3. I will type here B3, and for range you use always colon and then F3. And after ending any particular formula, you must end it by close parentheses. And now select enter. And now um, using the sum formula, you don't always have to write it manually. You can just select it. Like I'm selecting the range here. I will not write the range. I'll just select it from B4 to F4 and then close parenthesis. So I get my total profit, expenses and sale for a particular period. And now I want to check how to get average of uh, any list that we have. And like in this case, we have total sales for a particular period like Jan to May, and I want to check what's the average sale for a month in that particular period. So in normal ways, what we do is we check what's the total reduced by number of period. And in this case, what we'll do, we will select the total, subtract how many period of months we have here, 5. So I will write 5. Now enter. So this is the one of the way you can check what's the average of a particular time. Another way to do that is equals to AV. So whenever you type any formula in Excel, it will give you options what you want to choose. So in this case, I want to choose average to get the average of a particular time period of expenses. I select here and press tab button, so it automatically gives me option and user what I wanted to use. I didn't have to write it manually, and also give a open parenthesis because any formula that we use starts with open parenthesis. And then select the range for which I want to check what's the average for that period. I select here B3 to F3 and then close parenthesis and use enter. So this is how we can do that and check what's the average for that particular period. And now coming to how to use form symbols in Excel formulas. So while we are using plus, sum, subtract, multiply, divide or power, it always use BODMAS formula in simple mathematics while we are using those symbols. So like in this case, I will give an example. I want to check what's the what's the growth rate of sales from Jan to February. So what I will write here, I will write here as C2 minus B2 divided by B2. So it is showing us as 29900. It is not, which is not possible. So what we have to check, we have to add open parentheses and close parentheses that are brackets, so BODMAS can make it accurate. As in BODMAS, bracket is always first open, and in this case I will just now press enter and I will get my accurate answer. So it is 150% growth rate of sales from January to February. So yes, that is it for today. And in our next video we will understand how to copy the formulas from one cell to another cell. And any queries you have, you can ask us in the comment box. And please like, subscribe if you like our content, and please share it with your friends who are struggling with Excel. So yeah, happy learning. Bye.